What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, it's Hattie, and I am at the rodeo. We're here today at the rodeo. As you can see, the beautiful horses behind me. We're in Marietta, Georgia, and we're going to be meeting some real live cowboys. So this is Hattie with Ladies in the Locker Room. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, this is Hattie, and I'm back again. And as I told you, I am at the rodeo with a real live cowboy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Donell Tipton. Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Tell me, how did you get to Marietta, Georgia with the rodeo?
Man, I've been around the world. I've been to Canada. I've been to Utah. And within the last couple of weeks, we had this plan set to come to Georgia. There's 4 rodeos out here in Georgia that we come to. Right now it's narrowed down to the season, the International Finals Rodeo, and the top 15 guys are the only ones get invited to come, and it goes on the high money ones, how much money you done won over the year of season. And right now the season it ends November the 31st. Wow. So now all these cowboys is traveling from around the world to try to get to these rodeos like this, so their money account before November 31st and get to go to the finals. The finals are our Super Bowl.
And that's in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay. There's so many, rodeo finals that's going on right now. We have to end up the season, so this is one of the rodeos on the tour.
All right. Now, how long have you been involved with the rodeo?
Oh my God.
Because I know that you've changed positions. Yeah. You got to tell us about that too.
Yeah. I've been involved all my life since I was breathing. I competed my mom's side of the family rodeos, my dad's side of the family raced motorcycles, so. I kind of picked the profession of rodeo, and of course,
motorcycle riding.
Well, of course, I drag race too. So, but it was to the point to where, I have a younger brother, D'Amico Tipton, and we started riding bulls at an early age. We caught on. My mom didn't compete in rodeo, so it was to the point to where either we gonna have it in us, and so I started riding steers and calves, junior calves and steers at 8 years old, and from then on, I didn't know I was gonna make it a profession.
8 years old.
Yeah.
Now, does D'Amico compete also?
Yes, D'Amico, he's been to the finals a few times, 5 or 6 times. He don't compete as much anymore as I do right now. I still, I do 2 events. I still wrestle and I ride bulls. And, it's just to the point to where, I done made a living at doing it, so.
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
Okay.
It's good money to be won, and like I said, with my course of my career of riding, I done made over $1 million riding bulls, and, so, competing.
Who knew? You can make $1 million riding bulls. So, what are we going to see you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm in the steer wrestling. Okay. Right now I'm on a kind of like what they would call the bubble. Okay. Like I said, they only take the top 15 guys to the International Finals Rodeo. Right now I believe I'm 13th in the world. I come here, for these rodeos to be secure. To
secure your spot,
secure my spot in the top 15.
In the finals, okay.
Because there's some guys that's on the bottom of me, and everybody's for everybody. I'm traveling with some guys, Brian Barefoot and Jason Bagwell. Brian is probably, 2nd or 3rd in the world standings, and Jason, he's kind of like that down there where I'm at. So every time you nod your head, it counts. Every time you nod your head, it counts, and it have to count because, right now, everybody's on the bubble.
So now I see you all labeled up here. I mean, how many sponsors do you have?
Man, I probably have 7 or 8 sponsors. They take good care of me.
I hear that.
When you compete and traveling around the world as much as we do, a lot of people, and when you're in that, spotlight, television, and all that stuff, a lot of people want to grab you because you're a hot commodity.
Oh yeah.
The top 15 guys are a hot commodity because they're always being seen. Their name has always been, so those sponsors want to say, hey, you know what, we want our logo on him. So how much is going to cost us, so, every time I put on a shirt, if it's got somebody's name on it, they best believe me, they paying me.
It's like money.
That's right.
Well, thank you for taking time to speak with us today. We're looking forward to your
steer wrestling.
Steer wrestling. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, he's going to wrestle a bull, right?
Yes, I can get into high as a steer, but we're gonna do that.
A steer.
Some things I can't say on TV.
Okay. Okay, he's gonna wrestle a steer.
Yeah, it's where you have a partner, and he's called the hazer.
Okay.
We're both on horses.
Okay.
And then they have a steer that runs straight down the pen, and there's a barrier strap, so it gives the steer a chance to leave the box. Mm-hmm. And so my hazer, my partner, which his job is to keep that steer lined up where I can't get off my horse on the steer. And it's a technique to everything. Because you have to do it right to be winning.
You can't,
right. Yeah, you can't just jump off and think it's gonna work. No.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's You know, it's a combination of everything.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing you tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to
You
speak
bet.
with us today. This is Hattie with Ladies in the Locker Room, Mr. Donell Tipton. Watch out for him in any rodeos around the world.
That's right.
Now, rodeo fans, in the year 1995, this cowboy crowned a world champion bull rider. He's back now competing in our steer wrestling competition. He sits number 14 in the world standings, all the way from Spencer, Oklahoma. Donell Tipton. Yeah, you got a hold, cowboy. You got to know it.
Who's your daddy now, big boy?
Hey, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? We told you 4 and 8.
Ready? And we're back out here at the rodeo in Marietta, Georgia. Well, I've got another cowboy out here for you, Mr. Brian Barefoot. Nice to meet you, Chris. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. So first of all, I want to ask you, where you from?
I'm from Dunn, North Carolina, which is a little town just outside of Raleigh.
Okay.
About an hour from the coast of North Carolina.
How about that Cam Newton?
He's stepping up a little bit, I
Yeah,
think.
step up his game. He's
Yeah.
doing all right.
He's doing all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Cam. I liked him when he was at Auburn, so
Yep.
I was pretty excited when the Panthers drafted him. I just wish they'd be a little more consistent.
You hear that, Cam? We just need a little more consistency out of everybody. I'm a big football fan, so yeah, I love Cam as well. All right, so tell me, what's your position in all this? What are you going to be doing at the rodeo?
I'm actually steer wrestling tonight. I usually rope, calf rope, and team rope, but my main event's steer wrestling. And these are our horses that Donell flew in, and we try to take care of him. Like he told you earlier, he's on the bubble, so we're trying to make sure he secures the spot.
Okay.
And
So now he's riding your horse
trying to beat me.
to beat you.
Yeah. That's how the rodeo way is, though. You know, he goes before I do tonight in the order, so I'm gonna be hazing, as he told you about the hazer. So I'm trying to help him make the best run he can make.
Okay.
But then right after him, I'm gonna get on the horse and I'm trying to beat his time.
But now, when he wins on your horse, doesn't that still help you to win?
Well, what we do is call it mount money. So most of the time that works, the guy that owns the horses gets 25%
Okay.
of whatever the guy that's riding his horses wins.
Okay. all
So
right.
it's a good for him to win on our horses, but I would rather win
On my horse myself.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's just how it is in rodeo. Everybody helps everybody,
That's a good thing.
and the guys that'll be entered tonight, they're all in the box with you, encouraging you and wanting you to do good.
Okay, that's excellent. So tell me, how long you've been in the rodeo business?
Well, believe it or not, I know Donell said he's an accomplished bull rider. Back in high school, I rode bulls, and
Okay.
then my growth spurt, I guess, come a little later, and then I got too big, and so I quit rodeo altogether, and I started steer wrestling in 2000.
Okay.
And so it's 14 years now.
Okay. So I usually ask Donell about titles or what your position is, or where do you, how you calculating this whole thing?
Right. Well, right now I think I'm third, but it's very close between first and third. There's only $500 difference between the first and third
Very
guy.
close.
We're trying to make the International Finals Rodeo, which is in Oklahoma City. This is my 10th consecutive year of making the finals, and been reserve champ one time, and I just enjoy it. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it. I just enjoy it.
Well, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us today. My name is Hattie, and we're Ladies in the Locker Room.
All right, look
This
forward
is
to seeing it.
Barefoot. All right, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I
All right.
enjoyed it.
What about them Tennessee balls? We got some Tennessee balls? That's right. We're going to have to get security to get them out of here.
All right, Brian Barefoot, you got to be 4 and 6 to take over the lead here on Saturday night. Looks like we got him set rest. He said, all right, turn us loose. Off and running. We got to catch. Put the brakes on. Get down the nose. Put the twist on. Yeah. And New York. Oh, now. Let's take a look down. As Justin Digger said, we chose horses in and out of those powering planes.
Next up, we have Mr. Jason Bagwell. Tall glass of water we got right here, ladies. Big old cowboy right here. Boots and all. And how about that buckle? We're going to talk about everything today, Jason. So, tell me what you're going to be doing tonight in this rodeo.
This rodeo will be in steer wrestling.
Steer wrestling. Now, where does that put you? What rank are you in the world? How does that all work out for you?
The world standings this year, I'm in 17th, I think, currently.
Okay.
And going to the last few rodeos of the year to try to get into the top 15, which they take to Oklahoma City.
So what is this rodeo? That's what this rodeo does for you, to try to get you into that.
Yeah, if I win money, it moves me up in the standings.
Okay, all right. So steer wrestling, how long have you been doing it?
Steer wrestling since about 1993.
93. How did you get into it?
A friend of mine that did it, and was a friend of my dad's, and he just showed me how, and it started from there.
Okay. So other than steer wrestling, I heard that you are a pilot.
I am.
You fly around the world.
Sometimes.
Sometimes? How long have you been flying?
I started flying right out of high school in 87, so I'm not sure the math on that, but a long time.
What is it about flying? Because I'm afraid to fly. So what is it about flying that made you want to fly?
I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I tried it. I'd never flown before in my life, and it was challenging, and I liked it.
Just got up there and took off, huh?
Yeah.
So now how long have you been flying?
I guess it's 87. How many years is that?
Oh, wow.
So probably about 30 years.
You've had your wings for a while.
Yeah, for a good while.
So now, do you, like John Travolta, you have your plane that you fly onto the house and drive on up the...
No, not quite.
Not quite. So where are you from?
Garner, North Carolina, just outside of Raleigh.
Okay, Garner, another North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. So again, tonight you're still wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I said ride the bull. They're not bull riders. They're wrestling, steer wrestling.
Right.
And when do you go tonight? When do you go on tonight?
I think it was the second event, and I'm first out. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We're ladies in the locker room, and we're going to keep an eye on Jason and his steer wrestling.
To be right now. We got things set ready to go. You watch our cowboy has a helper we call the hazer. His job to help that steer run as straight as you can to allow our cowboy down off the back of that horse to wrestle that steer to the ground.
Don't turn around the wrong way.
We're off and running down the area floor.
Oh, you missed something.
Mike, I'm pretty sure that he knows what happened.
I was just letting him know in case he didn't.
Well, we appreciate that, and I'll tell you what, rodeo fans, there's a Garner, North Carolina cowboy going home pretty disappointed. How about you?
Justin Strata, originally from Natchez, Mississippi. I rodeo from Terry. Go to Compaya Community College in Western Mississippi. Next semester I'll be transferring to Jackson State. Actually, I compete all over the world, from East Coast to West Coast, New Mexico to Georgia. Actually, me and my little brother King Pickett. My name is Justin Strata.
So what are you going to be competing in tonight? What are you going to be doing?
My event is tie-down calf roping. I'm hoping to pick up a couple of other events along the way, but right now just tie-down calf roping.
Tie-down calf?
Calf roping.
Tie-down calf roping?
Yes,
Did I say it right? Okay. And give me your name again, a little clearer so I make sure I got it.
Justin Strata.
And what's your horse's name?
This is a little fella I like to call Big Dog.
That's Big Dog?
He's very small in size, but he got a big heart.
Oh. Now, how long have you been riding Big Dog?
Actually, believe it or not, I've just been riding him for about maybe 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Started with that horse right there.
And that's your brother?
Yeah.
Now, that one's bigger.
Yeah. A little bit.
How you doing there, young man? Good. So, are you competing tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about yourself. First of all, how old are you?
15.
15. And what are you going to be competing in tonight?
Tie-down calf roping.
Tie-down calf roping. Do you know Donell
We're
Tipton?
all running down the arena floor. We got a good catch. Get down the line now. Let's pick him up, lay him down on one side. Here comes the flank. Now the picket string. Grab up 2 more legs. 1, 2 wraps. There's the half hitch. There it is. Now you'll watch the cowboy hustle back to that horse. He's going to ride forward, release the slack out of that rope. That calf has got to lay tight on that arena floor for at least 6 seconds without kicking free to make a legal run. And it looks like it's going to work out for our cowboy. Can you make some noise for 13 and